bet I'm not going to drink that one. Welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Darby Jones, and today beer is the key ingredient for what we're going to make. We're going to make beer bread today. You can use any kind of beer, of course, and I do like using kind of like a dark beer or like a dark brown beer for my beer bread, but I live about 50 miles north of Denver here in Colorado, and the Coors Light brewing plant is only about 45 minutes from here. So I thought it was appropriate for this video that I use Coors Light, and any beer actually works really, really well. If you watched my previous video, I just made cream of potato soup in the crock pot. That was yesterday, actually. So today I thought how nice to have some really good bread. I was missing the bread with my soup last night, you guys. So today I decided that I would make some beer bread, and the second star ingredient is actually self-rising flour. You guys, this beer bread is so easy to make. This is going to be a really quick video, and again, it's one of those recipes that I love because I almost always have all the ingredients around. As always, let's go over the ingredients. 3 cups self-rising flour, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, sea salt, 1/4 cup of honey, locally grown, 1 can of beer, in this case Coors Light, and 1/4 cup butter. In this case, I can't believe it's not butter. The bread pan. I don't know what size it is. It's just kind of a normal sized bread pan. Go ahead and set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and once we stick this in the oven, we're going to bake it for about 40 to 50 minutes. The first thing we want to do is use about half of that melted butter. Go ahead and put that in the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to spread that around. We're going to grease this pan, this bread pan with that. So that's about 1/8 of a cup of butter. Make sure you get it all the way up on the sides really, really well so it doesn't stick. So also, there's going to be some extra that kind of absorbs into the bottom of the bread, which is what I like about this recipe. Just something so satisfying about pouring that beer in there and watching it in slow-mo, don't you think? Be sure to, you don't want to overwork it, but be sure to stir it up really good so you don't have any pockets of flour that don't get mixed in. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of re-spread some of that butter around since we did it right at the beginning. Let's spread that up there on the pan, making a mess everywhere, of course. Now, let's go ahead and get this batter put into the bread bowl. I called it a bread bowl. Bread pan. I don't know why I called it a bread bowl. Alright, so we're just going to get this poured in here. This is like the easiest bread ever to make, you guys. I just love making beer bread. So you kind of want it to kind of be even across the bottom there. It kind of just takes care of that itself. Sometimes I'll go in and kind of give it a little shimmy shake like this. But as you know, beer bread it's kind of nice when it's misshapen too. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of that melted butter right over the top. Yes, this is definitely a buttery bread. Okay, we're just gonna pop this wonderful bread right into the oven, 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes. How much it's already rising. I took the top oven rack out because it's rising so much. We got about 11 minutes left, and oh my gosh, it's starting to smell super good. And we're wafting, and we're wafting. All right, 40 minutes has passed. Let's go ahead and get this out of the oven. Ooh, look at that, you guys. Looks like it's a perfect amount of brown, and it kind of has, it's not like caving in. That's good. Let's get a knife and let's test it. Let's make sure. So let's stick this knife down in there, and hopefully, yep, it came out clean. That means it's done. Woohoo! Now the moment of truth. Will it come out of the pan? An oven rack there. We'll move it out of the way here in a second off the stove, but oh yeah. Phew! Thankfully it came out as a nice loaf. We're gonna let that, I'm gonna put this off to the side, but I'm gonna let that sit and cool for like 10 minutes here. Let's set a timer. And then we'll get on the cutting board and let's slice a piece off. Let's get it off the rack and let's see if we can get this to cut in nice slices. So it's been cooling for 10 minutes and I'm going to give it a shot here. I think a lot of times I'd rather go sideways like this. And I'm going to do the first one as a big chunk just to kind of get that really crusty edge off. So let's do that. I don't have the best bread knife. All right, so let's get that one over there. Now, let's see if we can't do a nice big one here without tearing it apart too much. Kind of have to do it in bigger slices or they will crumble. That's kind of the thing with beer bread. But that butter did a great job. Oop, it kind of fell apart right up the top there a little bit, but look at that. Nice, a lot of nice air pockets in there. There's no raw dough in the middle. Very nice. Always got to do a taste test, right? Let's see how we did. It's so good. You replace the sugar with the honey, which is really good. And I don't miss the real butter versus the, I can't believe it's not butter. Really, really good. This is going to go great with the cream of mushroom soup that I made in the crock pot yesterday. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure and go back and watch that. It was a really, really yummy, really low-fat recipe that I made. Hey, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. And also make sure you hit the bell so you know when I'm coming on. See you on the next one.